Hey there, welcome to Jackie on Keto week 22. If you remember last week when I made the video, I was fasting and I was going out to meet some friends, a friend that was visiting from Yorkshire, and we were just going for a drink. So what I thought I would do was either eat later or eat the next day, and it turned out that I had arranged then to meet my sister afterwards for a meal. So I broke my fast when I got to the pub with an ounce of nuts, just plain nuts. It was a mixture of almonds, macadamia, walnuts, and just drank some fizzy water with a squeeze of lime in it. And then so that worked out to be just over 48-hour fast, and I didn't find that difficult at all because there was no one around at home, there was no food around. I found it quite easy. But once I'd got in the car to drive to the pub and I knew I was going to eat the nuts, I was starting to get really hungry at that point. So I think it is partly psychological. As you start to think about eating, your body starts to release the hormones that want you to eat anyway. And then I had a late supper because I went afterwards to meet my sister, and the time we got to the restaurant was about 9:45. The time they brought their food, it was 10 o'clock. So I had a good size supper, but it was probably a bit late in the day to start eating. But anyway, I did it and I was pleased about that. And I'm now thinking that I might regularly do a fast, a longer fast, probably 24 hours or maybe a 36 something once a week, and see how I go with that. On Tuesday we decided, it's the school holidays here, and I decided that I'd take the kids to Cambridge. So we went on a punt down the river and we got all the information about the colleges and who went there and things like that. And afterwards we were going to go for some lunch, and they said, well, what about Byron burgers? And I thought, well, that's fine. I can have a burger without the bun and I'll find something else to go with it. It wouldn't be a problem. Well, I was wrong. There was not a single thing on the menu other than the burger without the bun, and there was probably some chicken, but I don't generally eat chicken out of the house. Nothing. Everything had wheat or flour or something in it. So I ordered the buffalo wings, and they came up in this orange gloop, and I ate them because I was hungry, but I don't know why I ate them. I should have just left them. Then the burger was tiny and flat, really disgusting. And the only nice thing was the courgette fries, but they were covered in flour. So I ate the food, didn't feel good about eating it, didn't enjoy it, and then afterwards we went on a open top bus trip round Cambridge, and all I kept doing was falling asleep, and I kept looking up like that and falling asleep. And afterwards I realised that it was the food that was making me so tired, and because I don't normally get tired since I've been on keto in the afternoon, and I'm sure it was the food that was making me feel sleepy. And after that, my mum wanted to have some tea and cake because she found her meal disgusting as well. And so I had a piece of strawberry gatto and a hot chocolate, just because the food had made me feel so bad that I wanted something else to eat. So I sort of didn't worry that it wasn't keto. But the next morning at 6 o'clock, I woke up with a pain in my stomach here and in my back, which I know is gallbladder. So I was having a mild gallbladder attack. So I had to get up and deal with that. And I've got some things that I know work for me. And luckily, because sometimes you can be in pain for 5 hours, luckily it just passed over in about 3/4 of an hour or so. And I was able to get another half an hour's sleep before it was time to get up. So that wasn't a very successful keto day for me, and it also wasn't a very it was just horrible. And you know, if you were going off keto for eating something really nice, I wouldn't mind, but the fact that I wasn't keto and it was really disgusting made it feel much worse, I'm sure. So let's go over and see what my weigh-in was this week. Hey there, good morning. Just about to step on the scales. Let's see what's happening this week. 1311.4. So my starting weight in June 2017 was 231.8 pounds. Last Friday was 193.6, and this Friday was 193.4. So that's only 0.2 pound loss, but I'll take that. Any loss is good for me. And also, if you look on the blog later and you see the charts, it went up a little bit where on Tuesday I did have that food that I shouldn't have done. So I'm still glad that I finished the week down. So that's 10.4 pounds since the beginning of week 1 and an overall loss of 38.4 pounds. Last week I also said I was going to try some different recipes. And so I tried the recipe that one of my Facebook group put in the Facebook group, which is really nice. I did make some slight changes because I don't like 85% chocolate without any sweetener, so I added some sweetener to it. And then it was saying either add cinnamon, cardamom seeds, or something else, I can't remember, spices that I don't like. And I might have tried it with the cardamom seeds, but I didn't have any. So I just did it as it was without that. And they're really nice. I've put them in the, they're called peanut squares, and I'll put the link in the blog on the dietdoctor.com website. They were very tasty, and I've put them in the freezer for when I'm feeling like I need a bit of chocolate. And I roasted some almonds and ground them up because I didn't have any salted peanuts, and put some salt on them and oil and salt, and then ground them up. And actually the little squares have a slightly salty taste to them, which is unusual but actually quite nice. And I also made some chocolate cheesecake peanut butter fat bombs, and they were quite nice as well. They were quite small, and I'll show you the picture. But I can't remember where I got the recipe from, so I don't know who to attribute it to. I have somewhere got the recipe, so I can put that up on the website. So watch out for that coming as well. I'm not setting myself any challenge for this week because it's still the school holidays and we're a bit all over the place with what's going on. So I'm waiting till I go back. The kids go back to school to see how I start to fall back into my normal way of eating. And I've still been running, finished the Couch to 5k completely, so I'm now doing it by myself, timing 5 minutes walking, and I've increased my running to 32 minutes this week, and then I'm going to try and increase it another minute or so next week and see if I can build up my stamina. Also went back to Taekwondo, and that's quite hard work as well. But even though I've been running for 30 minutes, in the warm-up where you have to run around the hall, I found that very challenging, and because you have to do other moves with it as well. So I've still got to get my fitness up, but I'm looking forward to getting fitter. So that's all for this week, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye for now.